dragging my soul from the edge of the night. Coffee's cold and I spill my toast. Monday's a ghost haunting me the
Good morning, Danksters. It is Monday morning, guys. It is a cold one as well out here in the real world. How's everyone doing out there? We are looking at degrees of like 54 degrees this morning, guys. It's freezing. Oh, I know, broken brains like, what the fuck? All you Midwesterners are like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? It's summertime weather. 56 degrees? That's summertime, baby. How was everyone's weekend, guys? Mine was good. Went out and checked out Marty Supreme. We'll be talking about that, doing a little review. Movie with Charlemagne. What's that dude's name? We'll get it. I forget that. Not Charlemagne the Bachelor. Or was that the guy's name? I don't know. Whoever. I'm half stoned, guys. What do I know? Watched some movies this weekend, guys. Got into some stuff. We'll talk about it. But this morning, we are going to get high and talk about things that people have found in the fucking snow when the ice melts, guys. You ever see like Gold Rush? Well, they're mining old in Alaska, and they are able to scrape past, I think it's called like the ice barrier or something. Whatever, permafrost, that's what it's called, ice barrier, what the fuck am I talking about? It's called permafrost, right? When they dig past the permafrost and all of a sudden they're pulling up like mammoth tusks and things like that. Have you seen that? They like pull out full-size mammoth tusks. It's crazy, but yeah, all sorts of crazy shit gets found in the fucking ice, guys, when it melts. And, you know, we're warming up a little bit. Weather's heating up, global warming, whatever you want to call it. And so things are melting. Things are getting crazy out there. So we're going to find out some of the craziest shit we've ever found. People. We've straight found people in the ice. Where was it? In Tibet, right? Didn't they find like the oldest remains of someone frozen solid? We'll get into all of that, guys. But we got Wakey Bakey news. We got Today in History. We got shoutouts. We got just a bunch of bullshit to talk about, guys. That's right. So if you're ready to kick off Monday, like I know you are, let's kick Monday in the balls. And let's do it, guys. Lock in and get ready, because we're going live in 2, guys. Kick the tires, light the fires, spark the bong, and let's wake and bake.
wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Van Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja visuele cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. El pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring. En el soy yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que...
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. We are live. Live on the Twitch, live on the YouTube, live on the Facebook, live on Dank Nation Radio, guys. That's right. DankNationRadio.com should be finally finished some point today, guys. The website's up and running. The player's still running. Everything's good to go. You can listen to it now if you wanted to. But we are live on all the things, guys. But today, later on today, DankNationRadio.com will be up and running and be able to get you all your radio goodness 24/7 daily dank, guys. That might be a lot. That might be a lot. 24/7. That's right, guys. If you can't get enough of the Dank Nation, if you can't get enough of the Daily Dank, guys, I would say if you can't get enough of me, but we all know that. We got all sorts of stuff over there, guys. You got music 24/7. You got podcasts. You got shows. You got old school radio, guys. That's right. We got Art Bell, brought to you live from Earth 33, guys. This is interdimensional radio. And it's kicking off, man. It's going to be cool. Like I said, 24/7, guys, and you never know what's going to pop off over there. You got your morning show right here. We got Tommy Rockets, who will be leading in, guys, who do just a normal little like lead-in morning show. And then from there, you got your afternoon drive, and you got your we come in at 4:20, we come in at 9:10. So we got all of our shows on here. And then a bunch of other ones, guys, other podcasts, the Weed Wisdom podcast, History for Stoners, all the things, guys, all the things. So check out Dank Nation Radio. Later today, DankNationRadio.com. All right, guys, you know what? It is Monday. It is Monday. So I think we need to do something. We need to look at, Mondays are hard, guys. Mondays, you might be feeling a little bad about yourself. You might be like, fuck, man, I just don't want to do this week. Let's look at someone who has it worse than you. That's what we're going to call this bit. Someone who has it worse than you. You think you're having a bad Monday. Let's take a look at this.
You gonna pay for that stuff there, buddy?
Oh, he just ran into Royce Gracie.
Call the cops.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't steal, you and your buddies, buddy.
You can't touch me, bro.
I ain't touching you. I ain't touching you.
You can't touch me.
You've been touched.
You can't touch me. You can't touch me.
You're
bro.
being
Cops on
touched.
this.
Dude,
Yeah,
stop.
thief
Stop, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna sue me?
Yeah.
So I think the guy probably has a good case, right? The guy choking him is just a dude. You really like the dude deserved to be choked out, don't get me wrong. But citizen's arrest, man, take it from me. I'm suing a motherfucker because of a citizen's arrest. You got to be careful, man. Like, again, what business does a citizen have getting into a guy's shoplifting's business? I mean, I don't know. The guy doesn't look smart enough. He's shoplifting to sue anybody, but you never fucking know, man. You never know. But the store guy's right on the money. He's like, I ain't touching you. Fuck, I ain't doing shit.
Bro, you're putting hands on me. Stop.
Hey, look,
You gonna pay for that stuff there, buddy?
honey. It was like the dude was waiting.
Call the cops.
Can't do this.
Yeah, you can't steal. You and your buddies, buddy.
You can't touch me, bro.
I ain't touching you. I ain't touching you.
You can't touch me.
You have been touched.
You can't touch me.
I wonder, and it's kind of kidnapping too, right? Like, do they have a right to detain him? That's the other thing. Do you have the right to detain him? And with the weird fucking laws, and this kid obviously thinks he knows the laws. You can't touch me. You can't touch me. Oh man, so you think you had a bad Monday, guys? Oh man, that's the bad Monday moment. That's what we'll call it, the bad Monday moment. Hey Spikes, how's it going? How's it going? Oh man, how's everyone doing out there? Oh man. I don't know, man. Shoplifting stuff has gotten so crazy. I used to be a district manager for Spirit Halloween for like 15 years. And I seen a lot, man. I had this manager who I think the deal is when you build something, especially like a Spirit Halloween, because like if you're part of that initial crew, you're literally building the store from nothing. Like you walk into an empty shell day one, and then day 15, it's a full functioning store. It's crazy how it works. But you take a little pride in that, right? You're the one stocking the stuff. You're the one building the we call them ISEs, in-store experiences, but like the animatronics and all that stuff. So you take a little pride in it. And when people steal or people break shit, man, you kind of take it personal sometimes. I had this manager who caught some shoplifters, and this is turning into the shoplifting hour here. And fucking the rule is you don't follow him out the store because it's game on after that. Like you don't know, especially in Arizona, people could have guns and things like that. So it's better not to go take him out of the store. And in the end, this is shit that's made in China that costs fucking pennies on the dollar, so it sucks. And you're not really letting them get away with it. You do what you can, but in the end, don't put yourself in a position. But this fucking dude chases these two women with their kids out the fucking door into the parking lot, and they get in their minivan, and this motherfucker jumps in the minivan with them. A store manager. And I'm hearing this. I wasn't there, and I'm like, what? And he had his phone on, and he's like, you stole. And I'm watching this video, and the first thing I tell him is, you fucking delete that. You delete that shit now, dude. Like, yeah, he got in the fucking minivan. He said he was sandwiched between the two car seats when he jumped in. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't have been in there if there was car seats, man. One of the craziest shoplifting moments I've ever had to deal with was down in Bullhead again, Spirit Halloween. There was a woman who was posting a lot on the exchange pages, like your your marketplace, whatever. And it would always be weird, different sizes, weird. It was always brand new with the tag, and would like put and would just put like, oh, bought this. I'm just going to sell it instead of returning it. That was kind of the scheme. But she was shoplifting it, and it was always different shit. It was never the same sizes. So you'd be like, huh. So there was always a rumor around town that she was a massive shoplifter, and that was her scheme. So she comes into the Spirit Halloween, and I see her immediately. I clock her. I'm like, boom. So I get 3 employees to follow her around, and she has a kid with her. The kid's like 6 or 7. And I'm just waiting for it. She's taking photos and she's posting on Facebook as she's stealing the shit. So like she's looking at the package. Oh, this is cute, blah blah blah. Click, 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 click. Boom, put it she steals it. It's already posted. Brand new with tags. This costume before she's even out of the fucking store. So we end up catching her. She had like 8 or 10 costumes and different stuff. And of course, I call the cops, and as soon as they walk in, they're like, Melissa. That was her name. Oops. Oops. Um, this was like 10 years ago, man. They're like, we just fucking gave you a ticket, what, 3 hours ago? And I'm like, damn. And they fucking and it's hard, man, because they get to where they beg you. And before the cop shows up, she was literally begging me. And she heard someone say my name, so she starts saying my name, and I'm like, fuck. And she has her kid with her, and that's the hard part, man. But you're putting yourself in that position when you're shoplifting with your kid. So anyway, she ends up going to jail. The kid gets taken by CPS, I think just for the day or whatever. Wasn't that traumatic, but that was one of the harder ones, man. I ended up coming up with a bit towards the end of my tenure at Spirit Halloween, where you guys ever see the chainsaws that they sell there? You can like rev them up. So when I suspected someone of shoplifting, I would take a chainsaw and I would just walk around them, revving the chainsaw. Like I'd throw it on my back and just casually walking around. But the noise and the attention towards the direction of them would then make them paranoid. People would be looking in that direction. So then you can't really steal because I'm drawing attention to the area those people are at. And I just fucking follow them. I had a lady complain on me once. Who is this guy? Oh, she was straight up trying to steal, man. You don't do it to anyone. You just do, the people. So yeah, those are some of my craziest shoplifting moments, guys. What about you guys? Any retail? Have you ever been busted for shoplifting? That was something I never got into. I had some friends that did or whatever, but that was something I never got into. What about you guys? Anyone out there do the shoplifting bit? I know the ladies, man, the girls love the shoplift. It seemed like that was the main like teenage girls, man. And it's always oh my God, the worst. The worst is as a grown middle-aged man when you catch teenage girls still in lingerie. Especially like real, I mean, all of them, all the girls. You shouldn't be stealing shit, but you're just like, fuck, man, you should be home watching cartoons. Some of these fucking girls, yeah. That was the hardest, man. That was the hardest. Because it's just so goddamn awkward. It's just so awkward. Like you're checking their bag or whatever, and you're pulling out underwear or pantyhose or all like the hosiery, whatever, like the whole fucking suit or so. Oh, man, it's oh, I remember having to work dressing room a couple times to help out whoever the manager was, and I'd be back there. I remember this girl came out one time, fucking like 15 years old, and she was wearing a Freddy Krueger sweater and then nothing else. And she's like, "Hey, what do you think? Is this too short?" And it was too short. And I looked at her and I said, "Well, first, I'm a dad, so I'm going to tell you to go put on some goddamn clothes." And another one that was just weird was again a bunch of teenage girls, and I had to be stuck in the dressing room, and they're back there trying on. There was like 6 of them, and they're fucking running from booth to booth like naked, showing each other their shit. And I'm just I walk out on the floor. I'm just like fuck. And we had a thing where if you donate to Spirit of Children, which is a good cause, I would recommend donating to that every year, guys. It goes right to the Child Life Development Department. good thing. But anyway, when you ring the bell when you donate, and you're supposed to go woo is the thing, right? So I'm in there, I'm awkward as shit. I got these girls running back and forth, and I'm just like, fuck me, man, what the fuck, you know? And all of a sudden they ring the bell. Nope, I ain't doing it. I don't care about an example. I don't care. I got a bunch of fucking underage teenage girls running around. I don't know, fucking, I'm so awkward. I'm fucking floating 30 feet from the dressing room. And now you want me to woohoo? Ain't gonna happen. So there you go, guys. There's some let's see what we got. I never got caught, but it was Lonnie says never got caught a few times. Packs of cigarettes in the bin at AM PM as a high schooler. That's a good way when you take them right out of the bin. That's not a bad. I had a buddy who would steal tapes, cassette tapes, which was cool, because we got music to listen to. But I guess it wasn't really shoplifting. But we would, me and my friend, my buddy, I won't snitch him out. It's only been 30 years, 40 years. Geez, fuck, man, time flies, like 35 years. Me and my buddy used to run the casinos all the time. We used to run up and down. That's how we grew up as teenagers. You'd go over to Laughlin, Nevada from Arizona. It was really popping back then. So the parents would bring their kids and let their kids play in the arcade while they gambled. So you would meet like girls from California or whatever. We'd go over there to meet girls is basically what you would do. So we'd hang out over there, and which was a trip, man, because you watch these movies where they talk about like the locals and like the townies and shit. And growing up in like a tourist destination, you don't realize that I was the townie. I was a fucking townie, man. Over there, and the fucking rich California guys, you stay away from those townies, damn it. Who knew? Who knew I was living a fucking a coming of age story, fucking teenage melodrama back in the day? Who knew? Who knew? Anyway, we'd go over there and and so we would meet a bunch of people like who lived far away, and it sucked because that was the long distance era. I'm really showing my age here. Back for all you youngsters, you used to have to pay to call long distance. So if I wanted to call someone in Minnesota, I would fucking have to pay like 4 cents a minute, 3 cents a minute, some crazy fucking shit. Anywhere you would have to pay. It was called long distance. So weird. I have to explain that. So, your parents said, no, you better not be calling no fucking long distance. What the fuck's wrong with you, kid? So somehow, I don't even remember how it happened. We would, we somehow got a hold of a calling card. Somebody's call, not like anyone we knew. Like, I wouldn't say we stole it. Oh, fuck, we stole it. Not like we broke into someone. Somehow, maybe someone left it and we saw what it was. Somehow we got introduced to the calling card game. And the way it used to be in Laughlin, I think it probably still, you would have, probably not because of cell phones, you'd have a row of payphones, row of payphone banks. So we would be calling our people or whatever, and we'd be sitting, and you would get someone sitting down next to you, and they would be like, yeah, I want to use my calling card. It's 49. And you're like, fuck. And you just write it down. And, dude, we did that for years, man. You never use it from your house. You only use it from payphones. 1-900 Night Love. Yeah, we did that for years, man. I don't think there was ever a time we didn't have a calling card. That's how like it was always in rotation. That was probably like the height. That's probably like the craziest thing I ever fucking stole. Or you know what? What was it? Shit. I was just thinking of something. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't much of a thief, guys. Wasn't my thing. But yeah, calling cards, man. We always had the calling card in rotation. Fuck. The good old days. All right, guys, we got a ton of people up in here. Let's get into some shout outs this morning, guys. Enough of my jibba jabba. Let's get into some shout outs this morning, guys. Let's do this. Oh, I got some news, man. I got some news during our roll call, guys. Let's get into it. You want your mother, your brother, your sister, or your cousin? Shout it out, guys. Whoever you want, shout it out. A business, an enemy, a famous person who will never hear this. Whatever it may be, guys. Blow up those comments. Let me know you're in the house, and let's get into roll call.
Rise and shine, it's the wakey bakey vibe. Dank Nation's here and we're going worldwide. The daily Dank.com is leading the way, shouting out the crew, starting the day. From Rosie the Bulldog to Supernova, my Mike. Dank Nation shining, the future's bright. Oh, roll call, Dank Nation unite. Harvey hooligans here, keeping it tight. Fight for freedom, blazing it up. Broken brains thinking Rosie Key's got the spark. Mr. Crispers brings the crunch and leaves his mark. Back to the retro review, bring in the Golani, the OG, smoking big, not scrawny. Aaron from Australia, bold and uncontrolled. Pam and Chris Zucchini, keeping it real. Charlie the fisherman's got that morning appeal. April so lovely, Russ and Jeremy too. Lonnie's blunt is lighting up the room. Roll call, Dank Nation unite with the daily Dank.com.
Boom. You know what, Spike, man, you actually made my day. Spike's driving home from work, not in the chat. Very cool. I appreciate you listening. So I'm an official radio morning show DJ now, right? One person is listening to me in the car while they drive home. That's the dream. That's the dream when I was a kid, man, or a kid. When I was like in my late teens, early 20s, when I worked for Budweiser specifically. I did all the orders and I would drive around and I had my little XM box with me and I would listen to Opie and Anthony all the time. And I remember thinking, man, that's a cool gig. People are driving around listening to you, on the radio. So you made a dream come true, Spike. I appreciate you. I'm an official morning show radio DJ. Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. I even got sound effects. Let me do that again. I am an official radio show morning DJ. That's right. With easy sound effect. Oh, someone's at the door. No, there's no. I did have a dream this morning, man. I hate it when I do this. I do this sometimes. So my door, I live in a house that was built in like 1912, man. Old house. And the doorbell is like a school bell. It's like that. Oh, it's jarring, man. Sorry if I jarred anyone out there right now. It's jarring, man. And sometimes I get pissed. Like you ever get pissed when you get scared? Like when someone scares you, like you're in deep thought, and all of a sudden you're like, fuck. And you know what I'm talking about. So sometimes, like literally, I'm just sitting on my couch and I'm just in the zone, stoned or whatever, and then it's like an instant thing. So I had a dream this morning that the doorbell fucking rang. I didn't know it was a dream, and it happens sometimes. I don't know what it is, and I swear to God, I heard it. I got up, fucking put on my shorts, fucking put on my shirt. I'm like, fuck, who's ringing my bell at fucking 7:30 in the morning? No one fucking there. There was nobody there. It wasn't a doorbell ditch. It just straight up, I just thought I dreamt fucking the doorbell. Oh man. Oh man. But I appreciate you guys, man. Let's get into some shout outs. Let's get into some shout outs this morning. Want to give a big shout out to Rosie Key. Rosie Key, big shout out. Big shout out to the Delta Dog. Woo, woo, woo. Shout out. Captain Kush, big shout out. Jeremy, love you, Jeremy. I don't know why I said that. I love you, Jeremy. No, I love you, brother. Love you, man. I actually got to get with Jeremy this week. What else we got? Big shout out to Harvey Hooligans. That's right, the Harvester. How you doing? Shout out to the Bullhead's own Stuart Palato, first place street stock, Silver State Dirt Oval champion. Nice, nice. Back in the day, I competed in the regionals. I lost, but I was in the regionals up in Phoenix. Me and my buddy Patrick Olson, his dad owned G&S Hobbies back in the day. We went up there. Very first time I ever went to a haunted maze, and I was hooked, man, from then on. But yeah, it was a good trip. We'll talk about that a different time. But big shout out. Big shout out. Local wins the big show in Vegas. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Nothing like a hometown boy. All right, big shout out to Lonnie. Good morning, Lonnie. How you doing? 46 degrees in Arizona. Oh man, good morning, good morning. Who else we got up in here? Big shout out to Fight for Freedom and Russ. Big shout out. Big shout out to Spikes. That's right, Spikes player going liquid. Big shout out. Joined us again. We've met them on Friday. Met them on Friday. Had a great fucking show. If you guys missed it, we broke open some packs. We got a Otani. That's right. We got an Otani. I'm actually looking at a bunch of wax boxes right now as we speak to start doing more of those. I got a few, so we'll be good. But yeah, I think the pack breaks are a pretty good thing. I'm going to get some old school non-sports trading cards. You can get wax boxes like Ghostbusters, that kind of stuff. I'll try to get some newer stuff as well, stuff with autographs, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think I like that direction. And of course, we are, always unboxing shit, man. You know how you guys know I'm a collectible weirdo. Love my collectibles, so unboxing will always go. But I like the pack breaks, man. I think that's pretty good. Speaking of which, guys, big announcement. Shout out to Albuquerque. We're gonna be taking the show on the road next week. Yeah, shit. Next week, guys, the show will be on the road. We're going on road tripping. I'm going to be headed down to Albuquerque for the Albuquerque Comic Con. That's right. We'll be going live. The mission, if I choose to accept it, guys, Stephen Amell. You might know Stephen Amell from Arrow, which I know him from Arrow too, or the LA Suits LA, whatever it was called. But Heels, guys, the show Heels, which was a professional wrestling show on Stars. It was a drama, pretty good. Had what's that actor's name? Ludwig from Vikings. He was in it. Great show. Canceled after 2 seasons, but whatever. I ended up getting screen use props from the show. I got the championship belt and I got the robe that the dad wore. That was very big, prominent in the show. Anyway, I'm taking those up to Albuquerque. Stephen Amell is going to be there, guys. So the mission is to get the championship belt signed and the robe for proper display. He's only going to be there Saturday. So that's going to be the goal, is to get those 2 things signed. I also have a Sons of Anarchy screen use light that was used in I don't know if you guys watch Sons of Anarchy. They had a porn operation called Red Woody. And they would go like behind the scenes of the porn studio. So like almost like breaking the fifth wall, but not really. Anyways, they would have lights set up and they would be doing their scene around someone doing a scene, if that makes sense. So I got one of the screen used production lights. It's a big light. Ron Perlman's already on it, and Juice and Happy are going to be there, actors that played Juice and Happy. So that's the other goal, is to get those two things signed while I'm up there. And then it's free game from there. It's free game from there. That's the mission. But we're gonna have a good time. And I'm also, hopefully it all works out, guys. I'm gonna try to hit up Billy the Kid's grave. That's right. We're gonna go to Fort Sumner. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna check out the Billy the Kid Trail, all that, and then we're gonna be going through Roswell, New Mexico, as well. I'm gonna head it up. I'm gonna see my son for a week or so, guys. I'll try to keep doing the show. I'll have some best ofs, if not something to keep you guys moving. But yeah, it was road tripping, guys, taking the show on the road. Let's see. Big shout out to everyone out there working today, guys. Everyone over at the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, your number one cannabis superstore, guys. It is Munchin Monday. That's right, guys. Save 15% off all edibles today, guys, over at the Healing Center. Get on down there tomorrow. Toke It Up Tuesday. Get your vape action on, guys. Get your vape action. What else we got? Big shout out to all the fast food workers, all the food workers out there, everyone working, guys. Maybe you can't comment, but I see you. I see you out there, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Big shout out to everyone. I know I'm bro. Big shout out to the broken brain of Eric. That's right, guys. Our brother. We love him. And creeping while we're sleeping, Mr. Crispers. Big shout out to the Crispmeister. That's right. I'm Mr. Chris Meister. I'm Mr. Ten Below. I met someone who didn't know what the heat miser was from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stuff. Like, what? So yeah, big shout out to everyone out there, guys. Big shout out. I appreciate you. Let's see who else we got up in the house. Make sure I don't miss anyone. Let's see. Steve from Ensenada. What the fuck? I just saw him. Like, how did I miss Steve from Ensenada? And then Aaron from Australia, guys. That's right. Big shout out to both of those guys. Steve, all the way from it's Munchy Monday. Steve, what the fuck, man? Slap me and call me Shirley. Damn it. What was that about? I don't know. Oh man. Let's see, Harvey, we used 1-800 messenger service for family, was cheaper. Yeah, that's when this was before you had like your 1-800 collect, but I think I know what you're talking about. It was like your private 800 number, right? That's kind of cool. Yeah, 1-800 collect. That was true, man. When we would go to the movies, I would call and hang up, and my mom knew it was time for me to get picked up. He's got the spark. I'm a hang around, I guess now. Are you really, Steve? Are you really? He hung out with a club, a motorcycle club. That's kind of cool, man. That's kind of cool. Do they wear sombreros? Oh, I love the chat, man. I love the chat. Chat's the best. Chaps and assless, I'm game. I didn't say that. Steve said that. Don't be taking words out of my mouth. Oh, late 90s, Howard Stern morning got me through the day. Hell yeah, man. Howard Stern was the shit back in the day, man. Now, it's a mess. I'm surprised they re-signed him. I really am, but that's another thing for another day. Where's Ron? Big shout out to Ron, too. Yeah, we got first toke of the day coming up, guys. That's right. Oh, man. Nice. It's already Tuesday in Australia. Future man. Oh, Aaron. Love you, brother. Love you, man. Appreciate you guys. I'm an expert in sports card hobby, hence the handle. Oh, nice, man. Be picking your brain. Wow. That's awesome. I'm more of who knows, maybe Brian is super smart. Oh, it makes me laugh because I said that. I used to say that about big shout out to everyone but me. I got you, Aaron. I got you, brother. I got you. I hadn't looked at the chat yet. I hadn't looked at the chat yet. I uh I say that about bulldogs because bulldogs will just stare at you and you're like, that could be the smartest dog in the world. And you're like, no. Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Big shout out to Aaron, man. Big shout out. I didn't forget you, brother. I didn't forget you, man. Oh, it's already Tuesday. I will gladly shout you out Monday for Tuesday today. All right, guys, let's get into some wakey bakey news. Big shout out to everyone out there, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's do it, guys. We got some good wakey bakey news this morning. Let's do it.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey Bakey Morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey Bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
All right. Oh man. Oh, okay. Aaron's still here. I wanted to make sure he knew I got him before I even saw his message. I got him, man. I got you. That's my big thing, man. I want to make sure everyone gets their proper due. Speaking of proper due, guys, unfortunately, TK Carter, known for The Thing and Punky Brewster, dies at age 69, guys, in LA County. Yeah, man, he was in a lot of early shows. He was really one of the I wouldn't say one of the first, but late 70s, early 80s, into the 90s. He was one of those African American actors that stood out and constantly got roles, and doing that thing. His big break was, I think, The Thing. If you guys have ever seen Stephen Carpenter, or is it? No, Stephen Carpenter. Who the fuck's Stephen Carpenter? John Carpenter's The Thing. He played a pretty pivotal role in that. Then he was on Punky Brewster. I forgot he was in Punky Brewster. But yeah, man, unfortunately passed away at 69 years old. Relatively young too, man. Hopefully, he got to live a good life too, man. He steady worked. Overcame a lot of adversity, I would imagine, being a black actor in Hollywood during that time. Roles are limited, people's imaginations, people's ignorance, all that stuff. Overcame a lot, man, I would imagine, and lived a pretty good life, man. So big bucket of win. He will be missed, guys. TK Carter. Go watch The Thing tonight. Go binge watch Punky Brewster. Rosie, I got her first. I got Rosie Key first, guys. I didn't forget. Yeah, a substitute teacher. Yeah, right. That is right. TK Carter, guys. Unfortunately, he will be missed. Great talent. This Paramount story, guys, is just keeps getting deeper and deeper. Paramount does not want Warner Brothers to be part of fucking Netflix at all, guys. Paramount Skydance is taking another step in its hostile takeover bid of Warner Brothers Discovery, saying Monday it will name its own slate of directors before the next shareholder meeting of the Hollywood studio. Paramount also filed suit in Delaware court seeking to compel Warner Brothers to disclose to shareholders how it values its bid and competing offers from Netflix. Oh shit, they're getting deep, man. So Warner Brothers actually turned down um, a bid that was more money because they thought it was more sound business to do it with Netflix. So now Paramount's coming back and they want it to be known what they're offering to their shareholders as far as dollar value goes, because that's where the money is. This is heating up, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Netflix is the hot thing. Warner Brothers is like Hollywood history, man. I'm just blown away that we're in a position in my lifetime that we see a company, a startup, go from slinging DVDs in the mail to now basically owning Hollywood. How crazy is that? It was just 10 years ago that they were saying, it was less than 10 years ago that they were saying they weren't going to let any Netflix movies be considered for Academy Awards because they weren't real movies because they weren't in theaters. Remember that? That was just less than 10 years ago. And now all of a sudden, dude, how good would it feel to be Netflix, to be the guy, the main guy? I know they've gone through some changes. The founders I don't think are no longer there. But I mean, like the guy who took it from DVDs to that next level. And now like people are wanting to do business. Go from being told your movies aren't real to now you own fucking Hollywood or you're within grass. That's a story within itself, man. That's the movie. If you want to make a movie about Netflix, man, that's the movie to make. How crazy. And it's all, stream like Vision. It was all about vision with them, man. Whoever the main dude is, I don't know, but it was all about vision. You got to be a visionary to see like, hey, the rentals for the VHS DVD rental space is tainted. You got late fees. People hate fucking having to return the shit. People who live 20 miles from the video store. Why don't we do it in the mail? No late fees. What? Revolutionary. Changed the game. Completely changed the game. And then to take it from there and to go into streaming before anyone but the WWE. WWE was the first app. They were the first ones to do a network, guys. I give them their credit. But yeah, the Netflix streaming, boom. Now you don't got to even rent DVDs. Remember that when they were trying to like switch you and they would be like, okay, you can switch your plan. You could stream for $9.99 or whatever it was, and you could get one DVD in the mail. Or maybe it was two. And then they started weaning you off the DVDs. And you're like, well, fuck, I'll just watch it on Netflix. And then the DVDs went away. And then they started making their own movies and their own shows. And they started hitting. They started hitting. And then all of a sudden, now they're buying Warner Brothers. What the fuck, man? That's a story. That is a story, man. I hope they get it. I do, man. Paramount, they're coming in like the thirsty ex-girlfriend, man. They're doing whatever it takes. They're doing whatever it takes to get this story, man. I only stream YouTube. That's why I'm here with you. Nice. I'll watch some. I watch some Netflix. I have the Cody, so like a lot of the shows and stuff, I can just kind of do my thing. But sometimes my dad has Netflix, so I'll kind of jump on there. I think I have like an account on his thing, and YouTube TV, that's another one. My dad has YouTube TV, so he has an account for me on there. But yeah, no, man, it's all about streaming. And yeah, what a story. What a great story Netflix was in the end, man. Or, it's not even over for him. Who knows? Listening while going to puck up RC parts. You puck it up, Harvey Hooligans. You puck it up. Big shout out. Hey, again, twice in one day. I'm in someone's car, guys. I'm on the I am a morning show DJ. That's right. Very important to me. That's very important to me, evidently. I had DVDs coming and going back in the day. Also, games from GameFly. GameFly before you buy. That's GameFly was GameFly was tricky because unlike a DVD that you just watch in 2 hours and send it back, maybe you wait a few days, whatever. Games, like, you would keep the game until you finished it. So you could be like, unless they had a major stock of it, you could be waiting weeks, and you'd have to check every day for when the game would come by. You'd be refreshing. Oh, I got it. You wouldn't want one out while you were waiting for one to come in. Yeah, I remember GameFly. Who remembers Game Tap? It was an online streaming game service. It was pretty good. I remember me and my son, we used to play a lot of games. They had a Sam and Max, which was a big like detective series that was pretty good. Yeah, I like that one. All right, what else we got here in the news, guys? What else we got? Oh, Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner's son has been fired by his attorney and handed over to the public defender's office, guys. That's right. He's not, there's some speculation, some rumors. He's not going to have family money to pay for the lawyer. Other was that the lawyer who took the case is a big time trial attorney. He took it for publicity. And he made the big speech about how by California law, he didn't murder his parents or like whatever. He became a big grand. They were going to prove his innocence. Well, now he has a public defender. So some are saying maybe it's such a cut and dry, psych meds, that type of things have where he wasn't going to get. It might be a plea bargain. It might be something like that where he wasn't going to get the exposure that he thought he was going to get. So then he hands him back off to the public defender, which is a chicken shit move for an attorney, man. If you take a case, you should have to see it through. Again, if you're not getting paid, though, maybe you shouldn't have to. Another loss, guys. Another big loss over the weekend was Grateful Dead guitarist and founding member Bob Weir died at age 78, guys. Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead. I was actually just listening to stories. Who was it? Steve-O from Jackass was telling stories about he took a couple years off, I guess, and followed the Dead around, and he would show up with $5 and he would buy like 3 hits of acid. He'd find someone selling 3 hits of acid for $5, and then he would buy it, and then he would sell his hits of acid for $5 each, and so on and so forth, like a little hustle, a little acid hustle. But he was saying one time, a lot of people did that, man. He was saying the aftermath of those tours left a lot of people in prison because the acid laws are so strict. I think it's a mandatory federal. If you get caught with acid, especially selling it, I think it's like mandatory 10 fucking years or something. Something like it's a long time. I might even be loose on that. It might be even longer. And the judges have no fucking control. So even if it's your first time ever getting in trouble, you bought a hit of acid, you never even done acid, you just want to try it, you're at a Grateful Dead show, boom, you get busted before you take it. All of a sudden you're doing 20 fucking years in prison. Holy shit, right? So he was saying the aftermath, a lot of people doing a lot of time, but he said that it was the moment that changed his life, like one of those ones where he was doing a deal and he was handing the guy the acid, and he looks to his right, and three cops see him doing it, plain fucking sight, and they chase him. And he said it was at the Meadowlands. He said, and he's running through the fucking parking lot as fast as he can, and he's dodging and he's driving, and he barely gets away from him. And then he said, man, he said, imagine how my life would have changed if I would have got busted selling fucking acid to these cops, or to, just getting busted. Like, I would have done fucking 60, 80 years. Like, and I would have never met the Jackass crew. I would have never done that. So it is, man. You wonder if everything's meant to be, if there's a pre-told story. I don't know, man, but I do believe in destiny. I do believe in all that. So, you know what? Count your blessings, man. Count your blessings. They don't always last. So yeah, Bob Weir, guys, a guitarist, man, he lived a life. He lived a life, boy. He saw some things. He did some things, things that no one else got to do. Big bucket of win, man. Unfortunately, left us at age 78, guys. But that's a pretty good long life, especially the miles he put in, guys. So he will be missed. He will be missed. The other main story I wanted to cover, guys. Somebody got evicted. That's right. Somebody got evicted. See if I can find this. The bear we've been following, guys, the 600-pound grizzly bear, been living under the guy's house for the last 2 months, finally has gotten evicted, guys. They were able to get him out, and wildlife experts were able to lure him out from under the basement, or the crawl space, and they were able to seal it up so he couldn't go back in. And great, I can't find it, but a great fucking video of the bear. Like, he looks pissed off. He's like, fuck, man. Now I got to go find somewhere else to live. I guess if you're a bear, it's the same, right? It's the same, like, if it's a basement, if it's a fucking crawl space, it's all the same. What the fuck do you care if you're a bear, man? Warrant issued, guys, for West Wing actor Timothy Busfield on child sex abuse charges. This guy's been in quite a few things. Let's check this story out.
Shoot for Emmy-winning actor and director Timothy Busfield, best known for roles on The West Wing and 30-something. Busfield has been charged with child abuse and 2 counts of criminal sexual contact of a minor.
The abuse allegedly occurred while Busfield was directing a show in New Mexico called The Cleaning Lady. KTLA's Mary Beth McDade live in
Fucking ironic name.
Hollywood with the investigation tonight. MB.
Yeah, and Mike and Cher, that arrest warrant was issued today after a criminal complaint was filed earlier this week. Now, I have reached out to the Albuquerque Police Department to find out exactly when that arrest is supposed to take place, but have yet to hear back.
An arrest warrant has been issued for actor-director Tim Busfield.
His wife is the girl from Little House on the Prairie, right? The main one.
After allegedly inappropriately touching minors several years ago on a TV show set in New Mexico. The alleged victims are twin brothers who worked as actors on the set of a TV series that Busfield directed called The Cleaning Lady. The show aired for 4 seasons beginning in 2022.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that show. I think it's a Lifetime show.
Obtained and shared the criminal complaint with KTLA's legal analyst, Allison Treasel.
After reading the complaint, the allegations against Tim Busfield are extremely serious. He is looking at 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor and 1 count of child abuse.
68-year-old Busfield is married to Melissa Gilbert of Little House on the Prairie fame. He has starred in numerous shows and movies, including Field of Dreams.
You build a baseball field in the middle of nowhere and
That's where I was like, I know he's done other stuff. Wasn't he one of those weird guys? Remember that show 30 something? Wasn't he in that show 30 something?
You sit here and you stare at nothing.
As well as The West Wing and Revenge of the Nerds. He's accused of touching the twins in their private areas.
While the allegations are serious, Mr. Buzzfield is presumed not guilty, and these are allegations stemming from several years ago when the minor was allegedly 7 or 8 years old, and the minor has given conflicting accounts.
According to the affidavit, Buzzfield denies the allegations and says it's revenge for not bringing the boys back for the final season.
It appears, though some of the witnesses interviewed said that he was potentially creepy or...
He looks creepy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not judging the dude, but like, if you want to like look in the fucking encyclopedia, you're like,
that the child seemed uncomfortable. There are no other people other than the minor child that saw any criminal behavior.
That's fucking, I don't know, man. You know what? That's I don't know anything about it. I'm saying, but man, like, fuck, you could fucking get an arrest warrant based on just someone fucking saying some shit with that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's a kid too. But who's saying it? Is it the parents saying it? I don't know, man. Believe me, I'm not fucking defending nobody on that one, man. I'm Bennett. I ain't in it. But anyway, there's an arrest warrant for him. I believe they're looking for him. I don't believe he's turned himself in yet. Yeah. So that should be something. Mr. Crispers, how you doing? Look, get caught up on these messages here. 30 something. That was a weird show. My parents used to watch that show. All the people in 30 something had weird beards and their faces were long. All the men. Who was the one guy he played in the volleyball movie is Zach Barnes with C. Thomas Howell. What was that movie? Side Out, where he played like the old guru. Go to Thailand to pull that shit. I don't know, man. A lot of those actors, like now, who's the guy? Was it the Seventh Heaven guy? I think the guy from the dad from Seventh Heaven, he had some allegations. I don't know, man. It's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy world. Don't put yourself in shitty situations if you're not, I don't know. The truth will come out, though. The truth will come out. Diddy washing dishes. Big shout out to Diddy. All right, guys, let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History, guys. If we don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it. That's right. We're looking at 112, guys, Today in History. We're going back in time. So buckle up, spark it up. Actually, before we do that, where's Open Carry Larry? Where's Open Carry Larry at this morning? Because we are in need of a first toke of the day, guys. Who is ready? I know I am. Let's get into it, guys. Get those dab rigs. Get all your stuff out. It is time for first toke of the day.
Sunlight creeps and starts to play. Morning's here in a hazy way. Eyes half closed, but I'm wide awake. Time to spark it up, no time to fake. First toke of the day.
All right, guys, let's do it. For some of us, it's not the first toke, but we can pretend. Like when you're waiting to watch shows with your girlfriend or wife and you've already watched them and you got to pretend like, oh, wow. All right, guys, let's do it. First toke of the day. This is for Open Carry Larry, guys. That's right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
Coffee's cool, but it ain't for me. Roll it up, let's set it free. Lazy smokes that dance and twirl. Lift me higher than the world. First toke of the day makes the world okay. Chasing clouds.
Boy, these disposables make all the difference when you charge them.
Wakey bakey vibes. Let the good times stay. First toke of the day.
All right, guys. All right. Woo. Needed that. All right, let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center. 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. I'm a history buff. What you got? Nice, man. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Today in History.
In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys. Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. And we go to Britannica.com for these guys. Big shout out. All right, guys, if you're celebrating a birthday today, you are in good company, guys. You are in good company. Blow up those comments if you are celebrating a birthday. Speaking of Howard Stern, we were just talking about old Howard. He's celebrating a birthday today, guys. He was born in 1954. Jeff Bezos, the big man, Jeff Bezos, American entrepreneur, 1964, guys. Hakuo Murakami, Japanese author, was born in 1949. Hermann Göring was born in that was just natural, man. Göring. Usually I can't do like the pronunciations very well, but I got that one. Göring. Hermann Göring, German Prime Minister, 1893. Viva Canada, Hindu leader, was born 1863. And the man we always quote, guys, put your John Hancock on it. That's right, John Hancock. United States American statesman, was born in January 12th, today, 1737, guys. All right. Featured event, 1959, the music label that changed American music. Berry Gordy took a major step transforming American music on this day in 1959 when he launched Tamala Records with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles signed as its first act. Tamala soon merged with Gordy, other label Motown Records, to form one of the most influential music companies in American history, guys. Yeah, Motown, man. Woo, the hits that Motown put out. Major. 2010, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake devastated Haiti, killing more than 300,000 people. Damn. According to the country's official account, and creating a prolonged humanitarian disaster. I had no idea 300,000 people were killed in that. No idea. Holy moly. Damn. 2005, the U.S. space probe Deep Impact was launched. A few months later, it shot a 810-pound mass into a nucleus of the comet Tempel 1 in order to study its cometary structure. It's kind of sad, guys. 1971, the groundbreaking television series All in the Family debuted on CBS, quickly became known for its frank and satire treatment of sensitive or important topics. Rob Reiner, man, that's where he cut his teeth. Sad. 1969, quarterback Joe Namath, having a guaranteed victory, led the New York Jets to a 16-7 win over favored Baltimore Colts in Super Bowl III. 1966, the live action. You know what? Let's stop there for a minute. Fucking Joe Namath, dude. How fucking ballsy was that? I guarantee a victory in the Super Bowl. Guarantee it. And he delivered, man. Then he wore pantyhose after that. Joe Namath, man. What a stud, though, man. For real. 1966, the live action TV series Batman premiered on ABC as a huge hit. It starred Adam West as the Cape Crusader and Burt Ward as Robin, and gave a new era to Batman too, man. Do you guys remember all you old heads like me? I remember when the Batman movie was coming out. It was all hype, man. It was nothing but Batman, Batman, Batman. They brought back the old series and stuff, and it was on like regular television. That was like a big deal as a kid, man, at least for me. 1960, the British government formally ended the state of emergency it had declared in Kenya in response to beginning of the Maui Rebellion, the Mau Mau Rebellion in 1952. The conflict killed an estimated 20,000 people. 1932, Hattie Ophelia Caraway became the first woman elected to the U.S. Senate. In 1932, really? Wow. Huh. Had no idea. They couldn't drive, but you couldn't drive or couldn't vote, but they could get elected to the Senate, apparently. 1916, P.W. Botha, Prime Minister, 1978 to 84, and President of 84 through 89, South Africa was born. 1879, the Anglo-Zulu War began this week as the British sought control over the Zulu land eastern of South Africa. In eastern South Africa. Sorry, guys. 1876, novelist Jack London, author of The Call of the Wild and White Fang, was born in San Francisco. You know who he looks like? He looks like the guy from Streets of Fire. What was his name? Michael Laprif or something. 1773, the oldest public museum in the United States was established in colonial Charleston, South Carolina. Its original purpose was to promote the better understanding of agriculture and herbal medicine in the area. And that was your Today in History. Bum, bum, bum. Let's see, 30% charge. Just get blink just to get it. Yeah, I love, man, when I didn't realize how hard it was dying for a while, so it wasn't hitting as hard as it did. I figured it was just running out of juice, and then when I charged up this here vape, boy, it was hitting pretty hard. Pamela, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Did I miss the wildest thing? Nope, not yet. We're getting into that right now. Eddie from Eddie and the Cruisers. Exactly. I forget that he was Eddie and the Cruisers. I totally forget that. I'm a big Streets of Fire fan. I don't know why. I don't know. It was one of the first movies I saw in a theater, like on my own. Even like as an adult, the soundtrack is cool. I like the concept of it. It is a dated movie, but I don't know, man. It means something to me. Streets of Fire. If you guys have never, maybe we should do a watch party. Streets of Fire, man. All right, guys, we are going to get into the meat and the potatoes of the show. But first, I need to get a drink. I need to do my thing. So we are going to pay a bill real quick, get into a little review, guys. Let's get into it. We'll be back right after.
All right, cannabis connoisseurs. Today we're checking out a heavy-hitting strain that's been making waves. This Gorilla Glue Smalls is straight sticky, dense, and packing serious punch. Now, we're not saying where this one came from, but if you know, you know. Let's just say some of the best in the game have their hands on this fire. Right out of the jar, this batch is loud, pungent, earthy, with that classic diesel fuel funk that Gorilla Glue is known for. Break it apart, and you're hit with deep pine and chocolatey undertones, making this a full-bodied experience before you even take a hit. Visually, smalls don't mean weak. These nugs are dense, frosty, and coated in a thick layer of sticky resin, proof that great things come in small packages. Now for the real test, the smoke. On the inhale, it's smooth, rich, and slightly spicy, with that earthy, gassy finish we all love from Gorilla Glue. Effects? Expect a hard-hitting euphoria that locks you in before melting into a deep, body-heavy relaxation. Perfect for evening sessions, stress relief, or just straight-up vibing out. And let's talk about value. Smalls are a steal if you want top-tier potency without the premium price tag. If you're looking for something strong, sticky, and seriously potent, this one might just be a game changer. So what do you think? Would you roll this one up? Drop a comment and let us know. And for more Dank content, hit up thedailydank.com for the latest strain drops, reviews, and all things cannabis. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fire content.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast.
Nope. We're not done. We're not done by a long shot, guys. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to find. Trying to find the best video for our. Let's see. You know what? Debating. Let's see. Should we go off of views? Yeah, I think this will be the safest one. There we go. All right, let's get into it, guys. We are talking the craziest things ever found in the ice, guys. For a person, they've straight found people frozen, guys, and with DNA and all that stuff that they're doing now. What do you guys think of this? I mean, it's obvious that Earth's getting warmer. Things are happening. Ice is melting. Is it part of the grand plan? Is it part of our own doing? Whatever, that's up for debate. I'll let the experts weigh in on that. But things are happening. Earth are a shaking. Ice is a melting. And do you guys ever wonder, like, if something is dormant, like let's say a disease or some kind of thing, frozen in time, and the ice melts, and all of a sudden the thing. I know that's not what happened with COVID. Some dude in the lab or whatever it was. But could you imagine if something like that, when the ice melts, something like that happens? Or what about, was it JoJo the dog? You guys ever see Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise? The premise is that he, well, if you've never seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you. It's a really good movie, and it would be like the main plot point if I give it out. But they talk about JoJo the dog, I think it was, who got frozen, and then they thawed him out and were able to bring him back to life. And you guys ever wonder that? The flies, right? You guys ever? I did it once as a kid. You guys ever do this? You catch a fly, you put it in a thing of water, you fucking freeze it, and then when you thaw it out, the fly comes back to life. It's real. It's real if you guys do it. But Brian was a serial killer. Oh, but no, like, so weird shit happens under the frozen ice, guys. It preserves, and then Walt Disney supposedly had his head frozen. Ted Williams, for a fact, had his head frozen. So there might be something to it. I don't know. But let's get into some of the craziest things they found frozen, guys. Let me see here. There we go. I know, like Tusk. They just found like an elephant too, I believe. As long as it's not a hoax, anything is possible, I guess. Exactly. With AI now, man, you really don't fuck. Someone was talking about historians in about 100 years, and could you imagine the shit that historians are going to have to shift through with all the AI fucking footage and all the things? Was that real? Was that not real? I feel bad, man. Let's get into it, though, guys. Let's get into it. This is from Watch Mojo, mojo.com.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 amazing things found frozen in ice.
All right.
For this list, we're looking at various fascinating objects and scientific discoveries made when exploring icy areas of the world. For the record, we'll be including things that were discovered frozen and had to be dug up, as well as items previously frozen that were revealed as the result of ice thawing.
What do you guys think of them cloning the mammoths? Have you heard of that? Up in Siberia, they have a tundra that they have a sanctuary, and they're literally breeding, or they're breeding, and they're making mammoths.
For those of you looking for more sinister or unnerving icy discoveries, be sure to check out our list of the top 10 creepiest things found frozen in ice.
Oh, where's that one at?
Number 10, ancient forests.
Researchers have discovered fossilized wood and leaf impressions, telltale signs of a deciduous and evergreen forest.
When you think of frozen discoveries,
frozen in time.
it's usually artifacts and treasure that come to mind. And don't worry, we've got those covered later in this list. But the discovery of forests, millions of years old, really makes you appreciate just how many mysteries our planet has yet to reveal to us.
That's kind of crazy. A whole forest frozen in time. Think about that. That's kind of nuts.
In 2013, a U.S. research team found the remains of an ancient forest buried beneath more than half a mile of ice in Antarctica.
Off the coast of Wilkes Land in eastern Antarctica, scientists have discovered
Oh,
sporomorphs,
look, man.
fossilized pollen and spores from ancient palm trees and ferns. They've
Oh,
also
wow.
found pollen from other plants that often live in tropical environments today.
What's more, that forest continues to feed microbial life forms that thrive under.
So at one time, the Antarctic was a tropical place, is basically what you're saying.
Underground today. Meanwhile, in 2017, the discovery of more fossilized forest remains helped to shed further light on Antarctica's green past, while a 2020 research paper published on Nature.com suggests that 90 million years ago, Antarctica was even home to its own temperate rainforest.
Looking into the evolution of
Crazy.
life, the group came across Antarctica's fossil forests. The new fossils were brought back to campus for research, and some of the rocks you can see certain plant features.
Number 9. Photos. Given that photography, even in its most rudimentary form, is only a couple of hundred years old, this discovery might not seem as impressively old as some of the others today. But bear with us, because these particular photos relate to Ernest Shackleton's ill-fated Antarctic voyage from 1914 to 1917.
The ship became embedded in the ice of the Weddell Sea.
Holy
and then
shit.
it floated on, drifted with.
So yeah, I've heard this story, like the first trek to Antarctic. To actually see photos of it, I've never seen these. That's crazy. So this is like actual fucking
the sea ice for 10 months and was finally crushed after the end of that 10 months.
Shackleton's ship Endurance ultimately sank beneath the icy Weddell Sea. But there had been another ship, the Aurora, stationed on the other side of the continent and carrying the Ross Sea Party, a contingent sent to lay supply lines for the latter part of Shackleton's never real.
What do you think? I love this picture. What are you thinking, right? You're on this adventure. You're on this adventure. Why do you think the Egyptians mummified themselves? They knew. Pole shift Atlantis. Yeah, I 100%, man, 100%. Atlantis, all that. I have some theories. We'll have to run it sometime. But how crazy is this shit? So you sign up, you're a fucking kid, you're 20 years old, 19 years old, you're gonna go see the world with this fucking expert, and then you fucking get your ship a fucking set ashore on the ice, and the ice crushes your ship to fucking break, and you're stuck hanging out with some fucking penguins and shit, waiting fucking to get rescued. That's not a good day. That's not a good day.
Realized trek across Antarctica. In 2013, a
Look at those penguins. Were like, well, who the fuck are these guys?
batch of negatives taken by the Ross Sea Party were discovered encased in ice in the hut of another famous explorer, Captain Robert Falcon Scott. The historic importance of these photos makes this one truly incredible discovery.
Oh, yeah.
Number 8. Life forms in a subglacial lake.
What?
We might be living through the Anthropocene epoch, but for all of the world-dominating technological advancements in human history, there are ancient microbes that put our survival skills to shame. Eastern Antarctica's Lake Vostok is covered in a layer of ice
That's
roughly
crazy.
2
It's
miles
like a
deep
heat
and has
gun.
had some level of permanent ice coverage for no less than 15 million years.
It's a lake that has been separated from the atmosphere and life on Earth for millions of years.
Oh, wow.
Going its own way,
That's
and
where
we
the
want to know
aliens
what's
are.
down there.
So, when the ice finally gives way to liquid H2O below, the environment is a totally alien one. It's devoid of sunlight, highly pressurized, and is in fact below the usual freezing point of water in terms of temperature.
The scientists expect to find tiny microorganisms like these in the water. Isolated from the rest of the planet for 20 million years, they may provide an insight into the origins of life on Earth.
And yet, there are thousands of microbial species that research suggests have been thriving here for millions of years in their own little bubble, 2 miles below the surface and totally cut off from the outside world.
Simple bacteria have already been found deep in Antarctica's ice. Who knows what may live in a more hospitable Lake Vostok?
Yeah,
the water
that's
could
what
even
I'm saying,
hint at
like-
whether life might exist on Jupiter's ice-clad moon.
That's what I'm saying. Like shit that's been frozen for what did they say, 80,000 years? Can you imagine? Like we're not fucking. That's the reason the island, right? Sentinel Island. We can't go. Well, there's a lot of reasons we can't go there, but one is the fact that those people don't have our immune fucking system. So now imagine, some kind of spore or something. Was that movie The Last of Us or the show Last of Us, the game too? Isn't that kind of based off of that?
Number 7, a tunic from the Iron Age. Fashionable? Not so much. But considering how quickly modern clothing frays and tears, it's impressive to think that this piece of Iron Age apparel has managed to survive for well over 1,000 years. Found in the Oppland County mountains of Norway in 2011, the tunic in question has been dated as having been made sometime between 230 and 390 AD. Dubbed the Lendbren tunic, this roughly 1,700-year-old woolen piece of clothing provides insight into the skills and lifestyle of people living in the area at this time. It
Look at
even
that.
bears signs of having been patched by its one-time
1,700 years old, man. That thing's in fucking pretty good shape. Kind of looks like like a burlap? Almost like a burlap. Wow, that's crazy. 1,700 years old, man.
owner probably centuries ago. It seems that people were far more hesitant to throw away clothing in the Iron Age. Number 6, treasure. Go traipsing through a frozen environment and you're unlikely to suddenly trip over a treasure chest.
Zelda.
Unless, of course, you're playing Breath of the Wild. But hey, sometimes life actually does prove stranger than fiction. And in 2013, a French climber literally stumbled upon some $300,000 worth of precious gemstones while scaling Mont Blanc. How did they get there?
Mont Blanc.
Well, there were 2 plane crashes in the area, one in 1950 and another in 1966.
Oh, wow.
So it's likely the precious haul may have belonged to a passenger.
Indian authorities are being contacted to try to trace the rightful owners of the box of booty, should it be.
The box of booty? What? It just looks like someone's personal fucking jewelry. I don't know. I guess technically that's what treasure is, right? But I mean, when they said treasure, I was thinking fucking treasure.
From one of the doomed planes.
Proving himself far more honest than most, the climber immediately handed the box of stones over to local authorities. The very next year, a treasure hunter found dozens more pieces of jewelry, likely from the same flight, scattered on the mountain too.
The constant moving nature of the ice and the glacier means that different parts of the wreckage often pop to the surface. They're not found that often, and this is certainly the most interesting find.
Number 5, atlatl darts. Imagine an arrow. Okay, now imagine the longest arrow you've ever seen, be that in person or in film or television. Okay, now go ahead and take the arrow you have in mind and multiply it a few times over in terms of scale, and now you've got an atlatl. Looking like a cross between an arrow and throwing spear, the atlatl dart is a projectile weapon that was at one time launched using a lever-type tool to help increase distance and power. And researchers actually believe that they predate the use of the more standard bow and arrow setup.
They are more sophisticated, in fact, than any modern dart that modern competitors are throwing.
So it's like a
In
spear.
2010, a melting patch of ice in the Rocky Mountains of North America revealed an atlatl dart, and it was estimated to be 10,000 years old.
Dang.
Number 4, a graveyard of fish lizard creatures. In 2014, a
Nothing like some fish lizard creatures.
group of scientists working in southern Chile uncovered a veritable treasure trove of bones from a long-extinct species known as ichthyosaurs.
They first appeared about 251 million years ago during the Triassic period, 20 million years before dinosaurs came about.
You know, I was the Y-Files. I'm a big fan of the Y-Files. And they were talking about, they had a episode where they were talking about the Earth resetting and how basically every so many 100,000 years the Earth will shake off the fucking fleas off its back, which is us, and kind of reset. And if you look at history, it does happen. You really think about, and they were saying about how long it would take for a civilization, we'll say us right now, if a meteor hit, something happened, how long it would take for the next civilization, the next whatever, to even know we were here. And they were saying, like, we only find maybe like 1% of the dinosaur bones and stuff that are out there. Like a really low number. If you think about how many dinosaurs were on Earth at the time that meteor hit and how many we found like less than 1%. So now imagine how small we are and feeble we are. Imagine how fast it would just go away. 1,000 years, 500 years, 100 years, sand, like all of a sudden, you don't even know we were here. That's what I think, Atlantis and all that. I think that's kind of what I think happened, man. I think caveman survived, but intellect didn't. I think there's so much technology that's already been established that we don't even know about. Yeah, there's a lot to it, man.
Now, seriously, just look at these things and try telling us that they aren't best described as fish lizards. And in fairness, that is actually what ichthyosaurs translates to in Greek. The remains of these marine reptiles, which comprised almost 50 complete fossils, were found in Torres del Paine National Park and came to light as a result of glacial melting.
Dozens of the Ichthyosaurus skeletons were uncovered in the Patagonia region after melting glaciers revealed new rock faces.
The fossils included male and female ichthyosaurs and even some embryos. Adding to the excitement is the fact that the researchers managed to recover some soft tissue samples as well.
In just 100 days, we've identified 46 specimens. So here comes the big question. How many more are there? Geologically, we know that there should be more if we can explore in the same formation.
Number 3, woolly rhino.
They are very short-sighted, and this huge male has not even noticed the Neanderthal just 50 meters away.
Everyone's heard of the woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
As far as Ice Age animals go, they pretty much have a monopoly on the public consciousness. The woolly rhinoceros, however, likes to play it more cool and casual, despite being a recurring character in the ancient cave art of the Upper Paleolithic period. It's not uncommon for researchers to find woolly rhino remains.
Hey, how did they get this video of me running around?
But complete carcasses tend to generate a bit more buzz. A woolly rhino calf, however, there's only ever been one.
The cub's skull and face are quite clearly visible, and an ear, one eye, its nostrils and teeth are in good condition, as well as the wool.
Uncovered from the Saka permafrost in Russia in 2014, Sasha the woolly rhino was painstakingly studied and reconstructed over a period of years. Sasha's gender still remains a mystery, but its almost strawberry blonde fur, which surprised the scientific community, never fails to turn heads.
That's the cool thing with this ice and like having things frozen, because it's like you can act like it preserves it. So you can see, like, you would think it wouldn't have the blonde fur like they were saying, but it did. Like that's one of the cool things about
Number 2,
this.
Yuba the baby mammoth. Yeah, we've got a soft spot for prehistoric baby animals. Who doesn't? Edging out Sasha due to the overwhelming popularity of mammoths and...
Damn, that thing is preserved, man. I've told this story before. When I was a kid, they would take us to field trips at school, one class at a time. And they took us, it was a guy named Jack Ward was his name. It was a rich guy in town. And they would take us to his house, right? And he had a big trophy room of all the animals he had killed. So he had like zebra, he had like a lion, a bear, and they would take, so you could go see it. You think about, like, in today's standards, could you imagine your kid comes home and is like, yeah, we went to some dude's house and he had a bunch of dead animals. And what? You went to a dude's house? But no, man, that's preserved, like almost like taxidermy. That thing's preserved so well.
and their elephant descendants, Lyuba secures second place today. Estimated to have walked what is now Russia some 41,800 years ago, Yuba was uncovered purely by chance in 2007 when reindeer breeders and hunters stumbled upon the prehistoric body during an outing. While Yuba isn't the only one of her kind, she's among the best preserved mammoth mummies found to date, calf or otherwise, perhaps only matched in 2010 by Yuka, another mammoth also found in Russia.
From its size, it looks as
Boy,
though this
Russia had
mammoth
a
was
lot
about
of,
3
ice
or
age
4 years
going on.
old when it died. After thousands of years lying frozen in the ground, it's twisted and contorted.
Though Luba only lived for an estimated 30 to 35 days, this precious little creature has made massive contributions to our understanding of the species.
Being only 35
Before we thaw out the most amazing thing found in ice, here are some honorable mentions. A volcano. In the early 2010s, a volcano was found below the Antarctic ice, and it's active.
Really?
Copper arrowheads. Found in Canada's Yukon Territory, this arrowhead is dated at nearly 900 years old. An island. In 2015, the retreat of Greenland's Steenstrup Glacier revealed a new island, separate from the mainland.
We will seize it and we will call it Dank Nation Island.
Vikings, or rather, various accessories and Viking apparel.
Oh, nice.
A gopher stick, a centuries-old stick used for trapping the furry creatures.
Beat those fuckers with it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go.
Captain America. As everyone knows, the superheroic Steve Rogers spent decades on ice before being brought back in the modern age. Less common knowledge, when researchers found him, he was just chilling with Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender and the animal cast of Ice Age. Just kidding. Number 1. 32,000-year-old seeds.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, most of the living things found frozen in ice aren't nearly as easy to resuscitate as Captain America. If bringing back woolly mammoths were as simple as finding a body and giving it a quick microwave, you'd likely be able to see one at your local zoo today. But that's what makes our top discovery so remarkable. In 2012, a team working in Siberia uncovered the seeds of a flowering plant, Selene stenophila, that dates back to the last ice age. And despite the odds, these seeds, buried some 124 feet deep in permafrost, successfully sprouted in the lab and have gone on to produce seeds of their own. This beats the previous record for recovered seeds by 30,000 years.
Dang.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out.
That's pretty cool. That one was pretty cool, man. I like that one. I'm telling you, man, there's underwater is where all the stuff's happening. I'm starting to really lean into this aliens or demons, fallen angels, and this is all a Trojan horse to start Armageddon. And I think the Antichrist is not going to be a human. It's going to be an alien or a demon presenting itself as an alien. That's my prediction. That's what that's what I think, guys. I've given this a lot of thought over the weekend. And so, if you really connect the dots too, think about this. Roswell, we find this fucking ship. We start reverse engineering the shit, right? What if they gave us, the demons gave us technology? We reverse engineer it. Think about this theory, guys. People who are 40 and above, I wouldn't even know 40. I'd say 40 and above is your last generation that can remember life without a cell phone, without the phone, right? So now imagine when that generation's gone and the only thing anyone remembers is life with a phone, life with technology. And then the aliens come and they are all about technology, not about God, not about really. So you're replacing God with technology. And then they're like, well, hey, since we're doing this with technology, go ahead and get this chip. And you can scan, you can have anything you want. You don't have to work anymore. You don't have to do anything. Boy, it sounds like a good thing, right? And all of a sudden, they're harvesting your soul. That's what I think, man. I don't think there are aliens. I think they're demons. And then there's these new studies. I don't know if you guys have seen this. About to pull up that when there's a UFO experience, paranormal experience usually happens afterwards. Let me look this up real quick. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, so you could like UFO experiences also blend with the paranormal through stories of alien abductions, strange lights, mysterious figures, and encounters with ghosts or cryptids. Explored in the media like the UFO Chronicles and all that. Yeah, so like I'm not a big like Bible thumper by any means, so don't keep going. You're doing great. I'm not a big Bible thumper by any means, but think about it. If God made man and so if we're going down this road, we're gonna have to assume the Bible's the truth, everything that is predicted Armageddon. That's what we'll have to go down that road that's the truth. So if God made man in his own image, what are the aliens? So demons can't convert themselves to human form unless they possess a human. So think about that. So for them to present themselves in a way that we could accept them, an alien. You start planting little hints, little things about UFO, and we're suckers, man. We love that shit. We'll be like, oh fuck, and then the government's hiding it from us, which makes us want to know more. Like, it's a good plan. If it is a plan, it's a pretty good plan. And then like this movie Disclosure that's coming out with Steven Spielberg. I think that's gonna set us up, man. It's gonna introduce the aliens are part of it. They're gonna come, they're gonna tell us our beliefs are bullshit, that it's all about technology, that they're actually us in the future. What was the Orville? What was that show? Seth, the Family guy, had made a show. It's kind of like Star Trek. I remember they had like this machine that could just produce anything you wanted. So people didn't work anymore. You didn't have the stress of having to provide. Now everything, and you could do what you wanted to do. Like, I think that's going to be presented with the mark of the beast, right? They're going to be like, hey, you guys are doing it wrong. You're worrying about money. You're worrying about this. You're worrying about that. We have this machine, or we have this opportunity to where, just whatever you desire, you can just pop it up, whatever, you don't have to worry about working anymore. You don't have to worry about that. You guys are doing it wrong. Boy, and it would immediately question everything you know about religion. If they're presenting themselves as aliens, everything you know is questioned. Everything that you believe in is questioned because you're seeing it with your own eyes. Like, how crazy. And have we actually seen a UFO come from space to Earth? Have we had like actual footage of it leaving the atmosphere, coming in the atmosphere? Or is it just we see them floating around underwater, man? There's so much shit underwater that we don't know about. What do they say? 85% of the ocean is unexplored. I don't know. But then you get into all these myths, all these like little crazy shit like that we don't really know. Constantine. But I mean, my whole thinking is it would explain why they don't look like us. If God created man in his own image. I actually interviewed a guy. I'm gonna have to post that. I'll find it. I interviewed a guy like 4 years ago who had this very theory, an author, and wrote it. And he said the reason that we're only seeing glimpses and pieces of them is because God has a veil, a protective veil over Earth, but it's wearing thin. And when it officially breaks is when Armageddon comes and the book of Revelations. And that's when these aliens, these creatures, the demons are able to actually come to Earth. I wonder about the mall. Do you remember last year, the mall in Miami, where they were saying like there was a big fucking doorway, like and the fake creatures were coming in and out of it? And then you talk the Vegas incident where they fucking filmed two giant creatures in their backyard, And then there's, if you really look, it looks like they're wearing like a cloaking device. I don't know, man. I'm telling you right now, if aliens come and they're presenting shit, I'm not going to look at you. I'm doing my thing, man, because that's what I believe. I don't need your technology. I'll be the old man who won't sell his house. You build around me, motherfuckers. So Miami, last year, it was a year ago, the Miami Mall incident. Let's see if we can pull that up real quick. Let's see. Miami. Oh, not Mania. Miami Mall incident. Here we go. It was 2004. So 2 years ago, Bayside Marketplace, where teens caused chaos. So let's see if there's a video of it, because I'm remembering it more now that I'm saying it. So it was a couple days after New Year's, I think, and they rolled out like every fucking cop in Miami. Supposedly, they said it was kids doing fireworks. It was kids doing fireworks at the mall. But like, let's look at this. What's going to be the best video to watch? We'll do this one. All right. Yeah. So this is a crazy one. And they were saying like creatures were coming out of portals and shit. Like, check this out.
Oh, man. What the fuck is happening, bro? If we out of this hole! We out of this hole! We out of this hole!
Yeah. This video was supposed to show footage from the shopping center itself, which witnesses managed to capture. However, for some reason, YouTube is blocking the video if it contains that footage.
Look how many.
But if you want to...
So kids firing fireworks in a mall, and you roll out, these are all fucking cop cars, guys. What do you got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 33. I see at least 36 cop cars. At least 36 of them.
See it, leave the keyword I want in the comment section and we will share it with you. Miami, January 1st, 2024. The joy of the new year suddenly turned into absolute chaos at the Miami Mall. Images instantly spread across the internet showing an incredible concentration of police forces, hundreds of police cars and dozens of officers.
Look right there.
What forced the Miami police?
Yeah, so they surround this thing and there's helicopters. I forgot about this, and there's something like lurking around. So this is real fucking footage.
To take such disproportionate measures. The official answer was about 50 teenagers were rioting, fighting, and shooting fireworks at people, causing mass panic. However, this story seemed too mild to internet users to explain such a military response.
Yeah, look how many cop cars there are, man.
Soon, another, much more sensational version emerged, based on alleged eyewitness testimonies and unclear visuals. At the epicenter of this story are videos and accounts of tall, shadow-like creatures allegedly walking in the shopping center area. We managed to obtain the testimonies of several people and video material from the scene, so hold on tight, because these stories are crazy. These stories allow a look at the events from an unusual perspective. The first story. I was standing in line at the cash register when I heard screams and saw people running. Their faces were overcome not with panic, but with pure horror. I went to check what was happening. At first, I thought it was an armed attack, but then I saw them. Not fireworks, not a gang of teenagers. They were about 12 feet tall, grey, shadow-like silhouettes. Their movements were slow.
Yeah, so this is the common story that they tell it, that some fucking creatures were walking around.
Terrifying. I couldn't believe my eyes. People were simply falling to the ground. Others ran without looking back. One of those creatures rose above me. It seemed to have no body, just a dark mist with purple, pulsating eyes. I felt faint. I felt myself lift into the air, and for a moment I thought I was going to die. That creature was looking at me. It seemed to be reviewing my entire life, my deepest fears.
See, that's the other thing that they talk about with aliens, how like you feel like you're interconnected, like they just can see through you or whatever. That's kind of a demon thing, right? And I'm wondering, and that is my other theory, guys, is they specifically say the fallen angels. So I guess those are demons, right? Or are they above demon grade? I'm not a demonologist. I don't know. I tried to I don't want to even invite any of that shit into my life. But I'm sure there's grades of demons. So what if like the ones we are seeing here on Earth are possessing people, causing trouble, whatever? What if they're like a lower level? And these motherfuckers that are trying to get through, these are the fallen. These are the actual fucking angels that left with Lucifer when the war broke out. What if that's what these guys are? And the lower ones are the ones that can sneak through and they can't do human form, or if they do, you could kill them. I don't know. It makes sense.
When I was put back down, all the chaos had already turned into a police operation. Officers were everywhere. I tried to tell them what I saw, but they just dismissed me, looked at me like I was crazy,
What is that?
repeating the line about the riot and fireworks. All witnesses who filmed anything similar claimed their videos disappeared or their phones were taken away. It was a cover-up, no doubt. There are people who believe that these beings ended up in this shopping center by mistake because their teleportation device failed. The coordinates of the Miami shopping center.
See, that's the other thing that they haven't talked about is there was some kind of device. They say, like, we'll probably hear it in these witness statements. A few witnesses say, like, these kids came in and they set up like a size of a boom box or something, and then like a big portal open and these creatures were kind of coming in, coming out. It's weird, man.
Written in reverse, lead to Antarctica, the most remote and mysterious place on our planet, where ordinary people cannot even remote and mysterious place on our planet.
Let's listen to that
These
again.
beings ended up in this shopping center by mistake because their teleportation device failed. The coordinates of the Miami shopping center, written in reverse, lead to Antarctica, the most remote and mysterious place on our planet, where ordinary people cannot even set foot.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird. I didn't never heard that one before.
Could it be that these beings were actually traveling not to the Miami shopping center, but to a base in Antarctica? A few days before the incident, something resembling a flying city was observed in the open ocean near Miami. What could all this mean?
What the fuck is that? I never seen that before.
It was the evening of January the 1st. I was sitting in my observation room, essentially surrounded by dozens of screens showing every corner and corridor. I was prepared for the usual holiday chaos. Some drunk tourist, perhaps a small brawl over a taxi. But what happened was unlike anything I could have imagined. The first thing that made me sit up straight was the flicker. One monitor showing me one of the shopping center corridors near the main entrance, the place where everything is captured on video, suddenly flashed crazily. Not a reflection of light, not an electrical.
Another thing too is I wonder who was anyone charged? Were any of these teenagers with fireworks charged, and have their cases been settled yet? Or did they just not charge anyone? That's a lot of motherfucking cops,
Glitch.
man.
It was as if a glass roof had instantly swallowed the sun. A bright, pulsating, strange blue-white glow. It only lasted a second or two, but it felt like an eternity. At first, I thought it was fireworks, but the glow didn't come from below. It looked like it was descending from above, and then it disappeared. As soon as the image returned to normal, I noticed a strange movement. People, already in panic, were running, screaming. I zoomed
They
in,
ain't fucking
and my
around,
heart
dude.
started pounding. They were there. They weren't teenagers, I can swear to that.
Okay. I don't know, man. If it's fireworks, Are you running like that? Like, some of these people are trucking, man. Some of these people are trucking.
They weren't police officers, as the authorities later claimed. On the screen, I saw figures, very tall, I don't know, 8 or even 10 feet. They moved slowly.
So the other thing too is I don't see people ducking. Like, if it was like shots being fired, people like bend over and they do little shimmy dances and stuff. I don't see any of that.
As if in no hurry, and their silhouettes were too dark, too
Well,
long,
maybe.
like huge shadowy pillars.
Well, that guy just fell.
They seemed to almost distort the light around them. The detail I remember best, as one of those figures moved through the corridor, the light simply seemed to turn off. Whatever it was, it absorbed the light. It wasn't an optical illusion. It was something material, something that shouldn't have been there. I immediately called my boss. My voice must have been trembling. I said something incredible was happening in the mall, something that was causing people to panic. I didn't even have time to properly describe those silhouettes.
I was going to say, how would you explain that to your boss? Hey, there's some fucking things running around, silhouettes. I don't know.
Before I saw the next thing, so many police arrived that I couldn't even count. Dozens of cars with flashing lights, helicopters in the sky. It was clear that this was more than just a response to a small fight. It looked like a military operation. Within minutes, the dark silhouettes I had seen were surrounded, but the camera was too far away for me to see the details. Only once everything calmed down and the police had full control, they begin to spread the story about teenage brawls and...
So I've seen this video a few years back. This is definitely not AI, because AI hadn't advanced yet when I originally saw this video. AI wasn't that good yet of video, so that's definitely not AI.
Fireworks. The thought that won't leave me alone. Teenagers causing chaos wouldn't create such a bright, strange flicker and wouldn't warrant a...
Yeah, look at that. Like, it's like that thing's fucking huge too. Look at the cars, the police cars around it, and then look at the size of the thing.
Police
See what I
response
mean?
of that magnitude. I've seen dozens of fights. This wasn't one of them. It was a cover-up. I didn't even try to argue. Who would...
That is so weird, man.
Believe me? A security guard who saw shadowy creatures in the shopping center? I thought I'd be ridiculed and fired. I was terrified that I might simply disappear if I delved too deeply into what happened. I was told to rewrite the incident log, stating it was large gatherings of teenagers, and I've been silent ever since. Since that night, I looked...
And it's just like walking around, dude. It's like, well, like, where the fuck am I? Like, that's so weird.
differently at the sky, at the lights, and at every reflection. I know what I saw in my monitors. I know that night was real. As terrifying as that reality was, it was there. And now that everything has calmed down, I can tell you that what happened was not fireworks. There were so many, police on every corner, so much that I realized this cannot be just for a teenage brawl. It looked like a military operation.
Yeah, so they got like a ton of fucking statements and stuff. It was, don't, they do sound like gunfire. That's what I was saying. Like, you would think, I don't know. There's open carry, Larry. Might not be AI, but we know they had CG all the time. True. I don't know, man. That was a weird one, but yeah, there's definitely something happening. I say within the next year, couple years, I think this movie Disclosure is setting us up for the ultimate reveal. And then, like I said, that's just my theory, guys. I'm just a guy who smokes weed and talks on the internet. Don't believe what I say, but it just makes sense to me. It makes so much sense, and like that would be the way, man. That would be the way to make people question their faith. That would be the way. You replace it with technology, and how many people are addicted to technology? You know, makes sense. False gods is just presented in a different way. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head on out. 2 hours. We did a 2-hour show today, guys. Nice. I appreciate you. We'll be back at 4:10 to count down to the greatest time of all time. That's right, 420, guys. So get on in here. It is Movie Monday, so we'll be doing a cringe or classic. I'll find something good, guys. I'll be finding something good. Damn. You know what? It's football season. We are going to be, it's not a movie, but we're going to be doing cringe or classic. First and 10. Do you guys remember this show on HBO? First and 10. It was a HBO first original series about the California Bulls football team, guys. We're going to get into it. Cringe or classic. All right, guys, appreciate you. Get out there. Be the difference you want to see in the world. You are loved. You are appreciated, guys. Go out there. Listen to the old man story you just did for 2 hours. Go out there. Be the difference. Listen, hold the door open for the lady. Pay it forward, guys. Good things are waiting for you. Get out there. You are loved. You are appreciated. We'll see you at 420, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Have a good one, guys. We will see you at 420. Go out there. Make a difference.